Hello, Oakland, California. My name is Alan Jones, and I'm the angelic troublemaker from San Francisco. And I have a special message for you this week. Oakland needs boxing gloves for Christmas. I'm bringing you this program based on me being a San Francisco sports fan. And I believe that Oakland sports fans need some boxing gloves. And though I'm not providing the boxing gloves for Christmas, I'm giving you an awful lot of information to where you can fight for your sports teams uh, based on what's going on in San Francisco. Now, on Monday, we had some interesting news that I somewhat celebrate, and I'm going to go to that right now. And it is a lawsuit. The Oakland city of Oakland is suing the Raiders and the NFL in federal court alleging illegal move to Las Vegas. Now, I have to say something. I believe the lawsuit is has strong moral aspects but weak legal aspects. Meaning, I like the fact that you're putting up your dukes, Oakland, but I don't think you're going to prevail in this lawsuit. However, going back to this lawsuit, uh, Oakland is basically in a position to cause some problems. And they're causing problems by suing the NFL and the Raiders, which I say is good mainly because it exposes some shenanigans. And though I'm using the Raiders situation here today, I'm basically speaking on the Warriors situation. But I must use the shenanigans of this Oakland issue. Now, I have another uh, slide here, and it's basically San Francisco Chronicle reporters talking about what's going on in Oakland. Now, I don't read Oakland papers. I'm a San Francisco guy. And I'm sure that Oakland papers have a lot of stuff in them that relates to this issue that is more to the point. But when you really look at what's going on here, people, I say San Francisco is condescending to Oakland. And I think that San Francisco needs a pair of boxing gloves and needs to fight not only uh, the Raiders, uh, the NFL, and the Golden State Warriors, but the city of San Francisco as well. Now, the people of San Francisco can call me a snitch or that other word that rhymes with snitch and starts with a B. But the fact of the matter is, I don't like what my favorite city, San Francisco, is doing to my second favorite city, and I'm sounding the alarm. This next slide, is another San Francisco Chronicle headline. Raiders owner Mark Davis terms Oakland lawsuit meritless and malicious. Well, I'll agree with the meritless part, but as far as malicious, um, when you have a team that has been in Oakland for as long as has been, and 2 flights out of Oakland, regardless of all of the work that the city of Oakland had, efforts, loyalty, and all of that, that the city has been, far as Raider football is concerned, to suggest the word malicious by the owner, Mark Davis. I think somebody is not seeing the full picture. And because they're not seeing the full picture, of course, he's going to say that the city of Oakland is being malicious to the Raiders, when in fact, the Raiders, really, the ownership is basically turned its back on a city that loved them. And I don't know, you could call it scorned lover. I'll go along with that. But the fact that it's malicious on the part of Oakland, no, you got to stand up and fight for what you believe in. And though I don't believe that the Raiders will win this suit, and believe me, this is going to be 3, 4, 5 years in the making before anything's really settled out of this. But I like the fact that Oakland decided we're going to take a stand. And the stand is, we are going to let people know this ain't right. Now, how they're doing it, by going the legal way, well, I don't know. They have nothing to lose by going this route. Why? Because the law firms that are taking on this responsibility, they're doing it on a contingency basis. In other words, they don't get paid if they don't win. Now, for a law firm to do something on a contingency, they really must believe in what they're suing for. And I understand that a lot of times, hey, you got to take risks. But I can guarantee you from personal experience, lawyers, they don't like to take risks. I'm telling you, unless it's a slam dunk, they're not going to touch it. I've been around the corner, and I've seen a few things, and lawyers, you can't blame them. They don't like to lose and in court. And so for them to believe that they have something here, for me to say the exact opposite, I'm no lawyer, but I'm telling you, this is an interesting one that I would not have chosen. But you have to do something to let people know. I'm not going to just, take this laying down. I'm not going to do all of this, just let people run all over me. And I like the fact that Oakland has showed some sort of a fight. However, from the San Francisco side, I'm coming from the aspect of the journalists. The sports journalists here are really doing Oakland a real disservice. As I said, they're condescending. Let me show you what I mean here. This is another San Francisco Chronicle headline. The sports journalist is Ann Killian. Raiders fan twice abandoned deserve much better. You really think so? Why would she be writing this story? I don't know. On the far left is the governor of the state of Nevada. In the center, is the mm, general managing partner of the Raiders, Mark Davis. And on the right is the NFL Commissioner, Roger Goodell. They're all smiles at a groundbreaking ceremony for the new Las Vegas arena. Keep in mind, I'm talking Warriors. So, in putting this article together, Ann Killian talked about how Oakland fans have been given a raw deal twice over. And she basically said you deserve some sort of an award based on the fact that you've been treated so badly for quite some time. Well, and that's rather condescending. You said nothing when the city of San Francisco did its shenanigans to take the Warriors from Oakland and bring them over to San Francisco. But yet, these poor Raider fans. Oh, my heart bleeds for you. That's basically how this article reads. And I highly recommend you Oakland people, sports fans, get this Ann Killian article dated December 13th, 2018, and read it for yourself. Don't go along with what I said. Read it for yourself and you'll find out that Ann Killian is speaking down to the fans of Oakland by patting them on the back, or excuse me, patting them on the head, for their misery. Then I have my last slide. Another San Francisco Chronicle article by sports columnist. Oakland lawsuit speaks truth to NFL power. Well, no, I don't see that. Oakland lawsuit speaks truth to NFL power. Now, if you read this article, you might tend to agree with the columnist and myself when I say that this article basically paints the picture of a morally strong case, but a legally weak case. And because it's morally strong and legally weak, I say, I hope they win, but I don't think they will. But for this columnist from San Francisco to say what he's doing by this lawsuit, speaking truth to power, I'm saying, well, wait a minute. What about all of the truth that somebody was speaking to the power of the NBA and the Golden State Warriors from Oakland? And nobody paid attention. Everybody in this situation, they just laid down like lambs or lap dogs or whatever it is, and they refused to say anything strong in support of the Oakland community who was losing the Warriors. Well, why is that? Because San Francisco Chronicle is in bed with the Warriors, and they want the Warriors to come to San Francisco. So they're not going to speak up and say what's really going on in this, what I call a racist deal to have the Warriors move from a struggling black community in Oakland to a new, dare I say, white community in San Francisco. And the owners see money. Now, quite frankly, I understand that the greed of owners in wanting to line their pockets off of their investment. I get it. But the city of San Francisco did such a poor job of really standing up for the underdog. And I just can't handle it. It is not the spirit of San Francisco. I do not like the hypocrisy that I see where my leaders here in San Francisco are so covetous and greedy that with our $10 billion tourism industry yearly versus Oakland's $800 million tourism industry yearly, why we, San Francisco, should just pounce on the Warriors just for bragging rights. It's not right. And I'm saying that Oakland should stand up to San Francisco and start boxing. And I'm going to tell you how I think that you should start boxing. And this message is right in line with my declaration in January of 2018. I said that I have declared the month of January to be Black Power Month. And I'm calling on you, Oakland residents, to take this opportunity to stand up and show Black power from Oakland in a way that really does speak truth to power. How are we going to do that? That's my next slide here. The information that I am providing here is the San Francisco Board of Supervisors. It's the legislative body of San Francisco. And I'm saying that in the month of January, for the entire month, I believe that if the people of Oakland would call or email the city of San Francisco, the number 415-554-5184, you will get the clerk's office of the Board of Supervisors. Not the mayor, but the Board of Supervisors. And the email, as you see here, notice it says board.supervisors@sfgov.org. Don't forget those dots on both sides of the word of. board.supervisors@sfgov.org. And remind them politely, a world-class city helps its neighbors. It does not help itself to its neighbors' jewels. Now, if you have some other language, I would just ask that you be polite and not cuss out my city elected officials, because the issue is, as an angelic troublemaker, I believe that we can cause trouble and make change happen without all of the violence and the vandalism, turning over police cars, graffiti, and all of the cussing and fussing. If we just understand that there are some people who have done their homework on a certain subject, as I have done in this issue with the Warriors, and you get behind it and you just call San Francisco City Hall, the Board of Supervisors, and just politely let them know it's not right that San Francisco is what they're doing to their neighbor, Oakland. Now, I must also say that when San Francisco lost the San Francisco 49ers to the city of Santa Clara, San Francisco City Hall had a fit. Now, if they had a fit, why in the world would San Francisco turn around and do the same thing to our neighbor Oakland? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm saying, people, that we need to address this issue of hypocrisy. I'm basically saying we need to box it out. And I mean spiritual boxing. I'm not saying that we need to do something physical to where we basically cause problems. I believe San Francisco has acted in a racist manner towards our neighbor, Oakland. But when I say that we need to, Oakland needs boxing gloves for Christmas, I'm basically saying to you, the Warriors moving to San Francisco is not a done deal. I know what the arena looks like. I drive by it weekly. And I'm saying to you, I see the progress. I know what's going on there. I live in San Francisco. I have since 1960. I know what's going on in San Francisco. I know its politics, as pathetic as they are, self-serving, hypocritical, racist, there's few other things that I can say about them. But I'm saying that if you trust me on this one, if you just look at the issues that I have put forth, and you can go to YouTube and look them up. I have an Angelic Troublemakers YouTube channel where all my programs are uploaded to it, and they have information on the various things that I say disqualify San Francisco as being home to any NBA franchise. And I'm saying that if you don't want to check them all out, and there's many of them, just trust me, because the fact is the information is there. I also have a Medium account, which I have not put up the information this week, but it also writes out my case. I did one last week, and it's doing quite well on Facebook, where I point out the racism that is so bad in San Francisco. And I posted on somebody's Facebook page, and I mean in one day there was 100 people who read it. based on the title. Now, if you don't think 100 people is a lot, uh, the person doesn't have some million followers. They have like 10. And so what I'm saying here is the information about racism in San Francisco, I say it is now so bad that it's affecting Oakland. And we need to put up our dukes. We need to fight about this. And I'm saying that the NBA will step in once enough noise is made. And you can only make enough noise when you get enough people to really make a statement. Now, in San Francisco, for the last 2 years that I've been on this particular subject, you think San Francisco media is going to help me? No, because they want the Warriors to come to San Francisco. And so they're not going to help me. So I'm to help me to get my message across, which is, let's just look at San Francisco racism. And if you don't think that racism amounts to the level that would disqualify an NBA franchise from being there, I'll go along with that. But I'm saying to you, if you believe that San Francisco is racist, here's how we're going to do it. We need to stand up, put on our boxing gloves, and let's duke it out. Oakland, you need to start standing up in another way. I'm not saying don't sue. I'm saying, do you know how long it's going to take for that lawsuit to even see a courtroom? There's an awful lot of stuff that can be done in the meantime. And I'm saying, I need hundreds of people in the month of January to call San Francisco City Hall and let them know that you do not think that it was a neighborly act for how San Francisco took one of the jewels of Oakland just to have it for its own. Keep in mind that San Francisco, the reason why the Warriors moved from San Francisco to Oakland was because San Francisco did not support them. And the owner was going broke. And so I'm saying to you people that there is a way that you can stand up and make a bold statement to not only the NBA and the Golden State Warriors and the city of San Francisco, you can make a bold statement to the whole country that the black people of Oakland are not just some little old, you can run over us all you want type people. I am speaking to my brothers and sisters in Oakland, California, my second favorite city, to let you know that San Francisco is not right, and you need to stand up and let them know they're not right. There's a scripture, Romans 13:10, that spells it out. And it's basically saying that, paraphrasing, that you don't do any evil to your neighbor. What San Francisco has done was evil. And I'm saying we need to stand up and have a spiritual boxing match over this issue. And I'm only asking that you call City Hall or send them an email. Use your name. Don't be scared. God bless.